everyone. Today on Hello Susan, I'm sharing a freebie on my Payhip Shop. And this is called Blue and Lavender. It is free. You just put it in your cart just like if you were going to check out, and it just charges you nothing. And then you'll download it and print it just like usual. So it comes with one journal page, and it's got a tea stain background, hellebores, a little wren, blue and white ginger jars, some purple thrown in here, butterfly, and then this is your ephemera sheet. You can do whatever you want with it. Cut it up, collage with it, whatever. The reason why it's designed this way is because I planned on making altered paper clips with it. So what I'm going to do is cut this all out, and we'll be right back and we'll make the paper clips together. Okay. Thanks so much. Okay, I got everything cut out, and I went ahead and glued most of them together. I'm going to decorate them with you, but I'm going to go through one step by step so you can see how easy it is. So this is what I cut out, and all I do is fold it in half. I inked around the edges. I put a large paper clip. I always like to put the smaller side on the inside and the larger part on the outside, just so that there's more to grip with. So all we do is we just apply some glue, and I'm using Fabri-Tac. I went ahead and did it all because they had to dry, and I didn't want to have to wait and have y'all wait while it dried. So I thought, well, they're so simple, let me go ahead and get that part done. So all you do is just push it together, and I use clamps so that, I mean, you can sit here and you can continue just pressing on it and it'll work just fine, but I like to use these clamps and just put it on the places that I think it's going to need the most. And then, if I need to, I can move them around after a minute or so. Okay, so we're just going to set that aside and let it dry. Now this one right here was the little plate, and it's the same on each side. I'm actually not going to do anything except for I just put this seam binding that's in purple. So once you're finished, you're going to have a coordinated paper clip set. So fun. Okay, so let me put this one right here. This one, all we're going to do is we're going to add a little butterfly. I already put a light purple seam binding on that one. These are so fun, and you can do them all within less than an hour. And then you've got this wonderful set. That adds just a little bit to that. And I think what I'll do is I'll put a little stickles on it so that it'll have a little bit of shine for that butterfly. I'm not going to go crazy with it, just a little bit. See if it'll show up when I move it around. I'm not squeezing too hard because I really don't want it to come out too much. Okay. I think you can see it a little bit there. Okay, so we'll let that dry. The butterfly is totally done too. Now I did have to get a marker and kind of go around the edges a little bit because the sponge on my distress inker just wasn't getting in all the cracks. But I think it looks great now. And I did have to trim it up just a tiny bit after I got it glued together. And then I put a purple rayon seam binding there too. This one I decided to add a charm. So let me get my crocodile out. You can leave these exactly the way they are. If you don't want to if you don't want to do anything with them, you don't have to. So don't even worry about that. You can just make them and leave them like they are. Okay, so I'm just lining that up in the center. I guess I got it pretty good. And then I'm going to stick an eyelet in. The eyelet just finishes it off so nicely. Okay, see how nice that looks? And then you take a bulb clip, open it up. I'm going to use a little bee charm since that's a beehive. And then just stick it through. And clip it. And there you go. Isn't that cute? Okay, so this one should be dry by now. That's gotten us pretty close to completion. Put this back out of the way real quick. Okay, let's see how we're coming along. Looks like we need to squeeze it a little bit right there, right by that paper clip. Right there. And right here along the fold. Looks like that needs to be squeezed just a tiny bit right there. Okay, let's go ahead and get started decorating this one. Let's see if that made that stick. Oh, that made that stick. Okay. So I've got a little bit of lace here that I want to put at the bottom, and you could use either side as your front. I chose to do this one because it had a place for a word, and I haven't decided what I want to put in that yet. I guess it depends on where I use the paper clip. I thought I'd give myself some options. And I'm putting this little lace at the bottom, and that just dresses it up a little bit. Isn't that cute? I think let's put a little bit of stickles on this butterfly. Well, let's see if I need to unclog it. Glue was coming out, but no glitter. There we go. If that happens, just use your finger and just smooth it out. And sometimes I just put it on and use my finger and smooth it out anyway. And you use less stickles that way too. Okay, well I think you can see that sparkle. That's pretty. Wipe the nozzle off. Okay. Let's see if this is done. Yeah, that's done. Okay, so we just need to add the seam binding. Getting pretty excited. We're going on vacation. Just gonna go on a camping trip. It's gonna be so much fun. Okay. So I like to do a double knot. One is sufficient, but I like to do two, just because I think it looks a little bit more substantial that way. And you just got to play with it a little bit, and then finally it just perks up right where it's supposed to be. Okay, well let's take a look. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I hope you enjoyed this blue and lavender free ephemera set that I put on Payhip for you to be able to play with for free. It's just a way for me to say thank you to my supporters. All right, well, that's it for me today. See you next time. Bye-bye.